take your basil that you purchase in the supermarket and to replant it on, and from these little stems you can create a basil plant, an individual basil plant, which will produce lots and lots of basil for you over the coming months. You snip off the individual stems, and also you would take away any of the extra little basil leaves that are growing. I'm going to use them in my salad, and I'm going to leave maybe the 4 up there at the top, so we have 2 larger and 2 small ones, and that just takes the pressure off the stem itself. And what you're aiming for is over a period of maybe 7 to 10 days of just dropping them into water, they will go on to develop an individual root system, and that can then be planted out. So you'll see it there, that's about 10 days on, just left to soak in water. So just pop this into a glass with water, and after 10 days it'll develop its own root system. So I've got about, I suppose, 10 here in this little jar, and I'm now going to plant these on. That will produce a lot of basil for me. Now, so I'm just going to make a little hole for each one. And I'm just going to leave them for maybe another week or so in these little pot containers until I then plant them into the bed. So it'll just allow that root system to develop a little bit more and to anchor into the soil. So a lovely root system there on some of them, really strong. And there you see, so from one little pot plant that you picked up in the supermarket, that one didn't do very well, you now have Now I'm just taking these basil. These are the store-bought basil that we separated out into individual plants. I'm planting them here now into the raised bed in the polytunnel, and there's 8 of them in total, and I have no doubt that they will do very well. Give these a little water. These are the basil after a few weeks, the store-bought basil that I separated out into individual plants. They have taken root, and you can see lots of new foliage on the basil, and I've even been working away from them and making pesto. So as it stands, these are how they look.